Happy holidays, everybody, as the conservatives like to say. Uh, Here's my Thanksgiving special message to you. I'm going to recount a tale of, I'm just going to pick a random Christmas out of my family's past, just a traditional Christmas. One year, my mother, who coincidentally usually cooked Thanksgiving dinner, and she had a big roasting pan, and she'd always cover the turkey with aluminum foil. And I can't remember if the pan she used at the time had a lid also, or if that's why she had foil on. But she'd put the foil, she'd have it right on there. It would be like shaped like turkey. So the one year, the turkey's in there cooking all day, and you could smell it. And then there was the mashed potatoes, and I think she might have usually made like peas, and she'd make she used some sweet potatoes for the people that like that. She made a cranberry, what do you call it? Not the, well, the stuff you get out of the can, that's like a gel. That's the stuff I like. But she'd get that, but she also made like her own fresh cranberry thing like that. And like I said, I'm not sure what it's called. It's not really a salad or whatever. Anyway, and of course, pumpkin pie. But anyway, when I think of Thanksgiving dinner, I like turkey and all that stuff. But if you just gave me a big old plate of mashed potatoes and stuffing covered with gravy, I'd be good, as long as there was pumpkin pie afterwards. So, anyway, back to this random Thanksgiving dinner. We everything was ready, and we go out to sit at the dining room table. And my mother brings the turkey out, and for some reason, she brought it out in the roasting pan. And my father even looked at her like, "What'd you do that for?" And, it was still covered in the foil. The foil was all shaped like the turkey. And she comes out, and everybody's anticipating. And she pulls back the foil. And at the time, they always would get like a 20, 25-pound turkey because there was a bunch of us to feed. Well, she pulls it back, and here there's this little tiny turkey. And my mother goes, "Oh no, it shrunk." Now, most of us knew something was up. My father was in on it, even though he didn't realize what she was doing when she brought out the roaster. But the rest of us, we knew turkeys don't shrink. Except for this one family member. And, I won't mention her by name, but she was one of my younger sisters. And now I may have mentioned her daughter before, Mary Helen, who is blonde in every way possible. Well, my sister is not blonde, but I still think Mary Helen inherited all her blondness from her mother. The only thing her mother didn't pass on was hair color. So anyway, my mother rolls back the aluminum foil, and everybody's like, wait, what's going on here? And my sister, when my mother says it shrunk, my sister was like, what? Oh, she totally freaked out. She'd been looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner for weeks. And there was that turkey just shrunk down to nothing. And what my mother had done, she had secretly, when she got the turkey out and prepared it and stuffed it. And notice I've said stuffed a couple times now. Stuffing, stuffed, not dressing. Although she always puts some on the side. But you gotta put that stuff right inside the turkey. I don't care what people say about botulism and salmonella. It's worth it. It tastes better in the turkey. Anyway, when she did all that with the turkey, at the same time, she got one of those Cornish hens. And she stuffed it. So then when the turkey was done, she took it out of the oven. She set it aside and put that Cornish hen, and she very carefully, when she got the turkey out, she very carefully pulled the foil back so it would hold that turkey shape. And she stuck that little stuffed Cornish hen in there, brought the foil back up so it looked like it was a great big turkey. And yeah, that's one of those things, that probably happened about 50 years ago now. But, when you have a loving family and you do something stupid or you fall for something stupid, they're not going to let you forget it. So, anonymous little sister, it might have been 50 years ago, but you'll never live it down. You fell for it all. And the other part of this story is, a little bit ago, you might have seen I did a video, a general treatise on humor. And I think it was in that I mentioned like my parents, and I said my mother had a kind of a subtle kind of humor. This was the kind of thing my mother would do. I'll tell you, this is sort of short. I'll tell you one other quickie about my mother's sense of humor. When my nephew Chad, who shall remain nameless, was little, probably 8 or 10 years old, and he was at the house. And apparently, he used the bathroom, and he must have knocked a roll of toilet paper off the back of the toilet or something, and it got in the toilet and got wet. And my mother went and she found that toilet paper in the garbage can. And apparently, luckily, it fell in the toilet like after he flushed, because it was just wet. It wasn't, diseased or anything. But anyway, this probably happened, in like June or July. My mother never said anything about it. She got a kick out of the fact that, like Chad threw it away and covered it with other stuff, hoping nobody'd notice. Like I said, my mother said nothing until we were having Christmas. We're sitting around opening gifts. And Chad opens a gift. And here's this roll of toilet paper that had obviously been dunked in water because, it got that sort of shrunken, wrinkly stuff. And it's just sort of like her way of saying, yeah, you didn't get anything over on me. But anyway, so that's Thanksgiving. That's my mom. And that's my gullible little sister. By the way, I'm recording this on April 8th. So I've warned in other ones, if you see anything strange or there's any anachronisms, that's why. It's just I decided to tell this tale while it was in my head. Peace out.